present before. So it's called Schild. And I have to say, I'm extremely impressed with this brand, and I'm truly excited to go through 4 different watches here tonight. But as always, we have to do some housekeeping items here just to keep you attuned to everything that's going on with Shop HQ. So first of all, we do have an opportunity for you to win a $25 Shop HQ credit. All you need to do is whatever platform you're actually watching me on right now, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on the live stream, whether it's on YouTube or Instagram, just simply make a comment, and that enters you in for the chance to win a $25 Shop HQ credit. So really, really easy. Let's see those comments out there. You can say whatever you want. It doesn't even really matter, but just make a comment out there. We want to see it. Okay. Well, there is a code here tonight, and we've had this before. It's going through the end of the month, end of January, and that coupon code. And I want you to write this down if you haven't yet, because tonight it's going to probably save you the most amount of money out of any of the other watches that I have presented, at least a couple of these watches here. And so the coupon code is WATCHWED for Watch Wednesday, WATCHWED 20. WATCHWED20. That goes through the end of the month. And along with that, that'll save you 20% on your purchases of $99 or more. All the watches tonight are actually going to be more than $99, and you will definitely save an extraordinary amount of money on those, because these are a little bit more, pricey watches. We actually have a couple watches that are Swiss made. First 2 Swiss made timepieces I've actually done in these different live streams since I started at the end of October. So it's actually really cool, and I'm excited here for these. Let me just see if anything else. I think that is it. Let me just get my phone ready here. Okay, so we're going to start out here with our first watch in a minute, but just really quick about the brand Schild. Schild is named after a watchmaker back in the 19th and 20th century. His name was Adolf Schild, and he was really known for all the different movements that he made. In fact, became one of the largest and most respected watch movement manufacturers in Switzerland. And so that went on, and it carried on up until about the 1970s, when the quartz revolution really came around. And then the brand actually then ended up merging with Etta. However, we do have 2 of their movements today that really stem from about 1975. So it's really the last of their movements that they actually manufactured. And so we have them today. They're going to be a part of this brand. And you're going to have all the upgrades that go along with these watches. There's actually a tourbillon too during the course of this live stream. So let's go on with the first timepiece. And I have to say too, I was just extremely impressed with the packaging. Now I took away the protective cover and also just an additional box there, but Schild really has overdone and over-delivered on the packaging here for these watches. So we're going to start out with what's called the 44 millimeter Heinrich, and it's an automatic micro rotor. It's a limited number edition to 70, so very, very small in terms of number of limited editions, but there'll be a couple more watches that are even smaller in terms of limited editions here tonight. So truly, truly something special. It's also interchangeable, so you can change it out from a bracelet to a leather strap. Now, this is after some of the packaging, the outer sleeve and such. But I just want you to look at this really quick. I mean, this is solid. I mean, it is thick, very nice, 2 different colors, the name and the logo on top. And then you'll see, I mean, look at how thick this, I mean, this thing is solid, doesn't even budge. So then we have a nice wooden box inside, nice glossy finish to the box. It's just a little bit dusty from me handling it. And then, look at this. Let me just wipe it off really quick. Okay, look at this. So we have the box. You can see that gloss sheen. Sorry about that. Okay, so look at this. Then on the inside, presentation. So you have the leather strap. Now I took out a couple things here. And then the watch. And this is that Heinrich automatic, that 44 millimeter. Just real quick, let me just show you the strap. Because actually you can change it out. And it's like that quick change pin where you just pull a little bit right there and it'll just bring in the spring bar. So you can take this watch and put it on. But however, look at this. It's actually an upgraded leather strap too. So you're getting that dual deployment closure on this strap. You get a little bit of that whip stitching, contrast. I like that little effect. You can see the genuine leather on the back. Beautiful. Okay, so here's the watch and the presentation. I'm also going to take out the limited edition card here. 1 second. All right, here we go. So here is the watch. Here's the Hendrick. So it's a 44 millimeter, great size for this watch, a 7-link design. Now the price on this watch is typically $870. The Shop HQ price tonight is $359. Now, if you use that 20% off coupon, which is WatchWed20, price will go down to $287.20. Now, there are 4 different colors. I have what's referred to as the tan here. There's also a blue, there's a brown, and also a rose tone option. So you see it's a 2-hand movement, but then what you're getting into is you get your little sub-seconds off to the side there. And the movement on the inside is actually the PTS 5000A. 33 joules, a 42-hour power reserve, and 28,800 vibrations every single hour. That breaks down to 8 per second. So I want you to look at this. You see the date window right over here at that 3 o'clock position, that 7-link design. You'll be able to see links 2, 4, and 6 are all high polish and narrower. And then we have a vertical brush finish, a little bit of a tapering that goes down here for the bracelet. The size of wrist is about an 8 1/4 that this watch will fit up to. And look at this. Look at the dual deployment closure. You have the logo right here. Open everything up. Butterflies open. Absolutely beautiful. And then audible click. You have to do the one side first, and then the component here with the little logo goes second. But then I want you to look at the case back of this watch because it's a full exhibition case back. And what's really cool too, it's hard to see, but right here, engraved in, it talks about the number of joules, the 33 joules. I don't know if you can see that or not. 33 joules, a 28,800 vibrations every single hour. And look at this. The rotor is right there. So you have this small little rotor. Really, really cool. You get to see the balance wheel that's actually moving here 8 times back and forth. Every single second is that balance wheel is actually going through. And then on the case back, it's going to have your numbered limited edition out of the 70 that are made for the entire world. Now, of course, you're going to get the card that goes along to confirm that. And this is number 16 out of the 70 here for this timepiece. So yeah, I think this is extremely cool. I love the packaging. You get a 2-year warranty that goes along with every watch from Schild. Double sapphire crystal, so you have it on the front and then also on the back. On my 6 3/4 wrist, I love how this bracelet feels. It is so fluid. The bracelet just completely goes over upon itself. Look at this. So it's going to have an exceptional level of comfort when you have this watch on. So I mentioned all the different colors. You can go check it out and see the different colors and what they look like by just clicking on the logo here, the top right, and or if Harry's putting a link in here on the other social media pages. So I think this watch is absolutely beautiful. One more time on that case back here. Look at that. That rotor that you're getting into, the beautiful dual deployment closure. Look at the bracelet, fits around the finger. Look at that. Truly, truly amazing. And then of course, Schild has completely over-delivered in terms of the packaging here for the watch. All right, I'm going to put this watch away. We're going to go along with the second watch, and I'll peek up and see if there are any comments here real quick. Give me a second. Christopher White. Oh, thank you. That looks great. I agree. Jesse. Hi there, Jesse. Definitely a beautiful watch. And there's Rod. Hi, Rod. Hi, Jerry Jones is here. Mike B is here also. Will Sr. Hi, Will. Good to see you. Tim Shaw. Hello. Bob is here. Bob Cohen. Rod Jones. Godfather. And let's see, anybody else? Chris from Texas. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that very much. All right, well, let's go on. And everybody who's made a comment here, whether it's, I'm just checking everything that's on the live stream. So I can't check the Facebook or the Instagram or the, excuse me, Instagram or the YouTube pages, but I'll check those out a little bit later. All right, we're going to move on again here to the next timepiece. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me just go through really quick the metrics. I didn't talk about that. The bracelet is 20 millimeters in the overall thickness. The diameter of the watch is 44 millimeters. And then the profile sitting up off the wrist is 15 millimeters. So you're actually over a half inch rising up from the wrist. And then you do have the water resistance being 100 meters of water resistance. So you can take it in the water, no problem whatsoever. And then you have that double sapphire crystal, both in the front and also on the back of the watch. Now, coming up here is the second timepiece from Schild, and it's the same packaging that's on the outside. Take this out. Just totally over-delivered on everything here. So this is going to be a little bit more classic in terms of a dive watch, just with Schild's take on this. So this is going to be the 43, one second here. Yes. So this is going to be the 43 millimeter, and it's the Herman. It's a Swiss automatic. So you'll be able to see the presentation here. It's a limited edition to only 50 that are available. And you'll be able to see, you get the card that goes along with it to correspond. Let me just grab this. I'll show you really quick. This one happens to be number 1. So I'm going to be very, very careful with this watch. You also get a registration card and remember a 2-year warranty that goes along with these timepieces. So what we have here is I want to show you something here right away. If you look down at the very, very bottom here. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm going to try to see. Swiss made. So we have a Swiss made timepiece here from Schild. More of that diver's sort of design and style. Let me just have a fingerprint here. And this is a 43 millimeter. What a beautiful size in terms of that. Something maybe everyone can wear. I love the weight that's associated. With this watch. It's about 150 grams. So you're looking at probably about 5-6 ounces in terms of the overall weight. And let's just go through the pricing here. So the pricing for this watch is, let me see, where is it? Okay, here we go. Regular price, $1,180. Shop HQ brought it down 51% to $579. Now, if you use that coupon code, you're going to save another 20%. It's going to bring the watch down over another $100, almost 115 plus, down to $462.20. So you're going to get a sapphire crystal yet again. Look at the swirl pattern design on the dial here for the Herman. I think that's one of their signature elements that you'll find here for this particular watch and this particular collection from Schild. And the bezel, 120 clicks moving around for the bezel. Nice, ratcheting, solid. You can see too, even a thicker bracelet that goes along the side here for the timepiece. The overall profile for the 43 millimeter is going to be 15 millimeters yet again. You get 200 meters of water resistance here for the watch also. The watch will fit up to about that 8¼ inch wrist size. So I like on the inside, it's a clean dial, except you get that pattern for the dial of the watch. Oversized hour hand, and then you get the minute hand also. Little date window, but the Swiss made right down at the very bottom there. So this is a Swiss made timepiece. So that means that the overall value of all the components for the watch have to be, it's over 60% at a minimum, have to be Swiss on this. The movement has to be assembled in Switzerland, and it is actually one of Schild's movements here, and the caliber is the 5203, which is a 17 joule, 39-hour power reserve, and vibrating at 21,600 vibrations per hour, or 6 vibrations every single second. So you get that nice, smooth, gliding hand. On the back here is a logo and your numbered limited edition out of the 50. So every color, the black, which I have, the blue, green, brown, white, and gray, will all have that numbered limited edition to 50. So I love the clasp on the timepiece here too. You have that locking clasp with a push button, very easy on, easy off, flip lock safety diver's clasp, just for that extra security when that watch is on your wrist. Here it is right now. It feels amazing, looks amazing. And if you look at everything too, I'm just looking right now, everything has a brushed finish to it. A vertical brush right here, and then it carries down here for the bracelet also. So there is a brush finish really on virtually every aspect here of the timepiece. And you have the micro adjustments also, so you get that perfect fit and a little bit more angle than what I've seen on other watches before for that class. So there's a nice angle on it. So it's just gonna hug, the watch will hug around the wrist, just with an exceptional level of comfort. And let me see anything else that I missed on this timepiece. 150 grams, the water resistance 200 meters. And this is here, just about the movement. This particular movement, the AS 5203 movement, is a vintage automatic caliber, originally from the historic Schild company, with modern Schild watches now using these genuine vintage movements to honor the brand's legacy. It was the last movement developed by Schild before its merger with Edda, making it a rare, significant piece of Swiss watchmaking history. Pretty cool stuff, if you ask me. That is a beautiful watch. Here's the clasp, everything down, so you get the audible click. And then take everything off, push the button simultaneously, opens up. That is a definite beauty here. So again, there are 5 different colors. Go check that out. You can use that coupon code WATCHWED20. I also have another coupon code that I can talk about after the show if you're interested. So, all right, let me see if there are any other comments. Invicta Claus, Anthony is here. Good to see you, buddy. There's Rod again, Bob, Jerry. I think that's pretty much everybody. Chris from Texas. All right. Uh-oh, what did I do? I don't know what I did. Looks like I blew out the camera here. Oh, there we go. I just had that iPad update and computer and iPhone and everything, so I'm sorry if... Oh, it looks weird now too. I don't know what's going on here. We're just going to have to go through with the... I don't look super tan. I don't know, maybe I'll turn down the light a little bit, see if that helps. Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm totally getting blown out. I don't know what all the deal is with the... Let me just see really quick. It's fine? You can still see me? Okay, fair enough. Oh my gosh. Let me just hit this button really quick. All right, whatever. Just gonna roll with it. That's what live streaming is about. Okay. The next, okay, so here I talked about, oh my gosh, I look horrible. What is wrong with this stuff? Okay, anyway, look at this next packaging. So here we go. Oh, here Harry's messaging me something. Pause it. Let me see. Tap on myself, he says, okay. Is that better? That looks better. Okay. I always have my phone open with Harry. Harry's working behind the scenes. He's the one who gets everything set up. So I think he just saved my butt here with it. So, all right, I think we're good. And he's texting me again right now. All right, well, let's keep going. I'll check out Harry's message here in just a minute. If you tap on yourself, it should focus on me. All right, fair enough. Okay, well, we talked about the packaging before, which I was really impressed with. And it gets even better with this next watch. So here's the 3 out of the 4 watches have this beautiful packaging, that nice luster for Schild. Well, this particular watch is going to be even in a better package. And so it's the Heinrich, and it's the minimal Swiss automatic. Now you see the wood box here. I mean, this thing is huge. Look at comparison. Hold on. Here we go. Here's the original. Look at this, much larger. Okay, so wooden box. Now what's really cool here too is if you look at this overlay, it's a little hard to see, but there's some embossing of like renderings of watches. That's part of the embossing. And then guess what? You can take this top portion off, and then you see inside, you have the watch, you have the leather interchangeable strap, and you also have a loop that's a part of it. So you can look at the timepiece, like look at the back and everything. So check that out. Isn't that cool? I've never seen that before with the watch. So put everything back in. I'll take the watch out here for you. Now this is also another limited edition to 50 watches. Let me just put everything back how it should be here. Okay. So what we have is a second Swiss-made timepiece here for the show. So the country of origin is Switzerland. So it all has to follow through all those requirements here for the watch to be Swiss-made. This is a 44 millimeter, yet again here for the Heinrich. Minimal Swiss, limited edition, 250. It's an interchangeable also. So you can change it out from the bracelet. You can see this one's a little bit different. So you have to pinch the two pins simultaneously in, and that will then release the bracelet. So that's how this actually works. Now there are 5 different colors. I have the black. There's a silver tone, a silver black, a champagne, and also a gunmetal. Now the regular price, oh, here we go. Okay, the regular price for the watch is $1,470. Shop HQ brought it down 52%. to $699, but if you use that coupon code WATCHWED20, you'll save about another $140, which will bring it down to $559.20. So this is the same movement as before with the AS. So this is a Schild movement, the AS 5203, that's 17 joules, 21,600 vibrations per hour, 39-hour power reserve. You have the exhibition case back on this one, so you can just see the rotor back there. You can see the initials here for the brand, and a little bit of a different take on that rotor, which I really like. You can see how that works. And then I do like the emblem that goes along for that little plate that goes around for the dual to plank closure. And then just simply butterflies open with ease. So it's that automatic, mechanical automatic movement. So you have then the 3-hand movement, and bandwidth is 20 millimeters. The timepiece is 44 millimeters, and the overall profile is 15 millimeters. So you have a sapphire crystal. I think it's a very, very modest, I don't know if I can show, just a slight dome in the crystal here, but there's also another crystal on the back. You'll have your numbered limited edition, and the 8 and a quarter inch wrist here for the timepiece that will fit up to, and we have 100 meters of water resistance. So let me put the watch on my wrist here to see what this looks like. I like it too. You have the Arabic numerals at both the 12 and the 6 o'clock, and all the hour markers are fully luminescent, and then you can see the accents on the 3 different hands here that go along here for the watch. Quite beautiful. It's numbered limited edition, yet again, to only 50. So we're talking about just a really, really small, really, really finite number in terms of how many people can actually get into this. So again, remember, use that coupon code. That's cool. All right. Continuing on to the last timepiece. Remember I said that there is a tourbillon. I haven't presented a tourbillon yet since I came back to Shop HQ and started doing these Watch Wednesdays. And I want to encourage you to follow me on social media. On Instagram, if you're not following me, it is the.ryan.code, the Ryan code, 2 dots in between to separate that, or periods. And that's on Instagram, also on X. If you want to follow me on Facebook, that is Invicta Ryan still. And then make sure to follow Shop HQ. Follow Shop HQ on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Sign up for texts for watches. They're starting to bring in more and more watches. They also have a lot of home goods. They have skincare. They have a lot of different products out there. So you can always check out and see what's going on, and check out Shop HQ every day and see what deals are going, what products are going on also, and what sales they have going. All right, final timepiece we have right here. It's another Hendrix. So we're looking at that 44 millimeter size. Here we go. I'll show you here. So you get that nice luster box, and then here's the presentation inside. Now I kept the card up here because this is that numbered limited edition. This one happens to be 17 out of only 32. And so Schild just wanted to keep this tourbillon just really extra limited here. So it's a smallest number limited edition here. I think we had a 70, two 50s, and now a 32. So everything is numbered limited edition. This is cool. So it's that tourbillon, which is French for whirlwind. And you just don't see too many tourbillons out there. So limited edition, it says on the front, right down at the very bottom. It's a little hard to see with the small font, but it's right down here at the bottom of that rotating cage that encompasses the balance wheel that makes one full rotation over the course of a minute, which is really fun and exciting for this timepiece. Now, I still don't have a tourbillon in my collection of watches. And if you're looking to get into the Swiss tourbillons, tens of thousands of dollars, this one is regularly $2,790. Shop HQ took 43% off, down to $1,599. And if you use that coupon code WATCHWED20, WATCHWED20, you will save another, oh my gosh, you'll save almost $320. So that price will go down to $1,279.20 for a numbered limited edition tourbillon to only 32. So it's only you and 32 other people, not just from Shop HQ, but for the entire world, they can have this exact watch. Now, each one of these different colors are that numbered limited edition to that 32. And so there are 11 colors. This one happens to be the black. And so how you distinguish the color is this outer sort of ring here underneath the hour markers. That is the first color. And then the second color is actually going to be the black leather interchangeable strap. Yet again, by just pinching, these two pins will release everything. So you still have that 7-link design here that carries all the way through, which again is an extremely comfortable fit and feel here on the wrist. The movement is from PTS Resources, and that is the 3D54E, that tourbillon movement. Now, let me just see if I can get a little bit closer here so you can see that rotating cage that is just moving. Now it's different from what you see with the open heart. The open heart will move back and forth like the balance wheel is, but the tourbillon actually rotates, the tourbillon version will actually have that balance wheel rotate one full rotation over the course of a minute. And so it is just a beautiful thing. I'll tell you, I've only had a chance to present a few different handfuls of tourbillons over the last 15 years. So it's just something special. It is something that collectors, strive to have, like me, in their own personal collection. And if somebody's asked you about your watch and you tell them it's a tourbillon, chances are they might not know, but if they are a watch person, they know, they'll be like, ooh, that's impressive. And then it's a number limited edition to only 32 people that could get into that exact color that you have. I love the exhibition that you'll find for the case back here for the watch. And then also just a skeletonized dial here. So you can see different components of the movement here inside of the timepiece. Get the dual to point closure yet again. Audible click, easy press the button, opens up. I mean, that is beautiful. All right. Well, let's see here real quick. Anybody else have any comments? Invicta Claws. Let's see anything else. Jerry Jones, awesome. What do you guys think about the watches here? What do you think about the brand Schild? I would love to do another presentation of these watches again and see about some other different options out there. Give some thumbs up or some of those hearts here if you did like the timepieces. And if you want to reach out, you can reach out to me via Instagram if you want, or also on Facebook. Send me a direct message if you would like. I still do have the email address, invictacollectors@gmail.com. If you want to send me an email, I check that every so often. Love to get you back. Looks like some people like the watches here tonight. I see a lot of hearts coming up. So now the next presentation here, the next watch live stream. So we do have the wind up here on Sunday. Love that name. We're actually going to take a break here this particular Sunday, but I'll be back a week from right now at 7 p.m. Eastern right here on Shop HQ. Godfather says, Jerry Jones too, and Chris from Texas, nice watches. Jerry says, Ryan, a nice brand. Definitely agree with you there, Jerry. And Godfather, Schild brand is a very nice brand. I think it's actually fantastic there, Godfather. So, all right, well, I'm going to head out. Truly appreciate each and every one of you tuning in here tonight. And remember, the next show is coming up. The next live stream is coming up a week from tonight. So next Wednesday, which would be the 21st at 7 p.m. Eastern. Enjoy your evenings. Reach out if you need to. Use that coupon and have a great night. Thanks, everyone.